Hey everyone. I have been getting several requests on here, on YouTube, and on Facebook, and messages and things from people wanting to see my workspace, wanting to see how I've got my video setup done. And so this is just going to be a little video showing you all of that. So please don't judge by my mess, because it's a mess. But this is unfortunately about as good as it gets, so I figured today was a pretty decent day to do this. First of all, I am going to have to take down my phone. This is what I video on, to walk around with it to show you all what's what and to let you see the video setup. So I can't show it to you. But I am still using an iPhone 7 Plus. That is what I do my videos on. One of these days I'm going to actually get around to getting a new phone. But for now, that's what I'm using. That's the only thing I've used with any of the videos that I have done. I have a fairly decent camera that will do videos, but it will only do 20-minute videos. That's the longest that you can do, is 20 minutes, and I didn't like that, so I haven't even tried to use my camera. So I'm using my phone. And as you can see, I mean, it does a decent job, the quality and the sound and everything. Alright, so now that you know what I'm using to video, I am going to take you all down and show you my setup that I've got here. Alright, so I apologize if this gets a little shaky. I'm just carrying you all around right now so you can see. That is the table that I used to paint on. Just got my chair out in the middle of the floor there. This is the setup that I'm using now. My husband, my sweet Papa Bear, he's so nice. He got me all this stuff for Christmas. He and the girls did. These lights and the tripod camera stand, or phone stand, which I'll bring you in and show you in just a second. The red ones are they just came from Lowe's Home Improvement, and are just like Craftsman, LED spotlight work lights. And then you can kind of see the tripod stand to go with them. So you got me two of those. You'll notice I have them shining up. Well, I have them shining down. First of all, it drives me insane because the light is right in my face. But also, anytime I'm working with anything metallic, there was such a reflection on the paper that I could barely see to tell what I was doing. So I just turn them up towards the ceiling so that they kind of just reflect down now, and I get a more ambient light rather than a direct light on the paper. So, sorry, I'm turned up. It's much brighter in here than it looks on this video for some reason. Alright, so it's me. I'm going to come over here and show you this. I wish I knew what to tell you all this was, because I threw away the box that it came in, so I absolutely don't remember. This is some sort of vlogging kit that he found at Best Buy. And it has got this little piece here. I don't know, can you see that? It's just a little clip that my phone goes in. It spreads out to put the phone in and then clips back on it. So it can be adjusted all kinds of different ways. And it's got these other two. That one's turned where you can't see it, but they'll both turn to this way if you want. So if you want to film from multiple angles, although these obviously they're going to be facing straight towards the camera. This one, or straight towards whatever you're filming. This one is fully adjustable. I also have it flipped upside down. It's got a ring light. Let me turn it off and then I can show you. It's got a ring light there, but I also turned it upside down. This part of it is fully adjustable. It will go You know, straight up, it'll lean back. You can, you know, twist it around like I have to where the light's up or down. It's actually pretty neat. It's got, sorry, trying to reach this. You can change the color of the lighting to a warmer, more yellow light. So it's got a lot of different ways that can be adjusted and moved around, and several different heights. I hate to show you the mess behind the table here because it's where all my wires are. It's got like 3 different places that you can do height adjustments on it. So that's what I use for my little video setup. I just clip my camera in or my phone in and let it go. Let me bend these lights down because they are giving way too much reflection. And y'all can see something I've mentioned before, I think. Got some paintings here waiting to be taken out and sealed. This stuff is just the like foam board that's in the section where this came from Walmart. It's where the gotta see how thick it is. Shoot. Poster board, thank you. Somebody must have sent that to me, not even knowing I was doing this. But anyway, it's in the poster board section at Walmart. And it's good and heavy. And so that's what I use. I just put a little painter's tape. I don't want to pull that loose, but I put a little bit of painter's tape on it. And on the back side rolled up. And then, you know, that's where they sit until I get them filled up and take them outside to do my sealing on them. All right, so I've got, I'll show you. Oh, yep, see the roll of toilet paper? My studio is actually, ta-da, a bathroom. So it's the only space in the house that I had to work. Especially one where I could close the door if I needed to. Plus, I've got this great vent fan in the ceiling, and it's open to the next room over, which is the laundry room, and it has another vent fan in there, which is great for helping with those nasty fumes. All right, this is just my setup for my supplies. This is, let me see if I can that light a little better there. Everything white is now reflecting white on you all. Super bright. So I just, you know, I just set up my stuff. I'll give y'all another laugh. Yeah, there's the shower over there to the downstairs bathroom here. But it's very convenient when I'm working, I have to tell you. So, I'm sorry. Y'all, that roll of toilet paper right there is just cracking me up. Okay. So this is just my shelf. I try and keep things a little bit sorted out right here. I've got resin down there that I am eventually going to do something with. I tried to do a couple of things a while back before I ever started videoing, and just it couldn't really, it wasn't a time when I could do it. So, but anyway, the shelf here of plastic, that's just where I've got things that are drying or that are waiting for a coating of something. I didn't show you all. I didn't do videos of some of these, but I've got to clean this one up at the top and stuff. Just that one was, this is alcohol ink. And you see how I was playing with the acrylic pouring a little bit. And this was alcohol ink. I really should have done a video on this one. I had a good time doing it, but I used a ton of ink on it. So anyway, that's just sort of my drying shelf there for mostly the acrylic stuff, but some of the alcohol inks. And then just acrylic paints. This is my color swatch set, which you might have seen on some of the other videos, which I really, really need to update because I have more ink colors than that now. I just wanted to have something handy to show me more how the colors spread out on the paper. And this is Yupo. This one is Yupo. And I wanted to see, to be able to remember which colors stain the Yupo and what color the stain is. See the amethyst, you can kind of see the blue under there. And then the pitch black stains it I don't know, almost a burgundy type color underneath it. So, but anyway, that's what those are. And I just had started working on some with the graphics craft plastic, the colors with those, which is pretty similar to the Yupo. Color-wise, it just doesn't stain the same way. So there is my bukus of alcohol ink that I've got, my alcohol and just my little cup odds and ends, brushes, straws, a ruler for some unknown reason. I actually end up using that some. And then just other stuff, cups for, that I got to start doing the pouring and the, okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know where my head's at. Torch, you can tell the things I really don't use much. The torch and gloves, and those are some mica powders that I had gotten to use with resin, which I actually have not done much of yet. And then the Arteza stuff, and that is my mess from a couple of trips to the Dollar Tree of getting things that I could play around with and try to paint on. So that's really, most of it. This is a very small room. I don't have a lot of space in here. There's another shelf where I just have some alcohol inks, alcohol ink paintings that are dried but have not been put on a board yet to do anything with them. Word of warning, don't stack them like this unless they are completely dry. As in, they've been sitting there for several days probably, because they will stick together. I found out the hard way when I first started doing this, that you can't just stack them on top of each other, within the next few hours. So, there's some more of our little projects. Some of you all saw some of the stuff that the girls did. We got, the girls got me a turner for Christmas, one of those, these things, the tumbler turner for Christmas, and so this is the only one that we have tried to do so far. You can tell I'm really terrible at taping, so we will do something else with that eventually. But so that's just kind of my setup. There's the, I just keep my papers in there for the most part. All that mess in there, that's just some of our school mess and other art things that the girls and I do, our arts and crafts stuff. So that is pretty much it. It's very simple, and let me tell you, there is seriously no reason to go out and buy one of these tripod things, unless you just want one, which it depends on your space. I started out and had used this until after Christmas this year. So I started out in, what was it, April or May? I think it was May, maybe, of 2019. And I had none of this. I did not have these lights. I didn't have this stand. This stuff all has been set up just in the last couple of weeks, or few weeks now, I guess. I had, and I wish I had it to show you all because you would probably laugh your heads off. I had a stack of boxes that I would set, just over here on the edge of the table or at the back side of the table. And it was just literally a stack of boxes. And at the top, I had a shoebox with the lid tilted up on it so that I could tape my phone. Yes, I said tape. I taped my phone to that box when I was videoing so that, it wouldn't slide or move around or anything. And that was my video setup. I had no extra lights. Oh, well, let me show you all this. This is not a rat on my table. This This is the microphone that came with this this tripod setup. I do not use this. It probably works great, but my problem is because I do have an iPhone. The the microphone jack for it is the type that has to be plugged in to the same spot as the charger port on the iPhone. And so my phone is so old that the battery does not last really well anymore. So I have to have it plugged in when I'm painting. So or when I'm doing the voiceovers, because it does take just as long as the painting to do the voiceover. It actually takes longer to do the whole video than it does to do the painting. So I have to keep it plugged in my charger, which means I can't use the microphone. So that's why it's just sort of laying there looking like a dead rat on my painting table. This over my table, that's just one of those cheap dollar store vinyl tablecloths. I cut it in half because I gave the girls part of it so they do slime and do some of their painting things on the other part of it. And there's some more underneath. It was turned the other way. I had it, some of y'all might recognize that. Look at that. That's where I was painting, and then I put this piece that I had cut off over top of it when I started doing some of the acrylics, because I didn't want them soaking into this felt stuff and staying wet forever. So I did want that with the alcohol inks because it would just soak in there and dry and not blow around everywhere. But excuse me, it worked much better for the acrylics to have that other one that I could just wipe off real quickly when I was done. Well, so y'all, that's the tour. It's not much, but it works. So, I mean, those of you all who are interested in doing your own videos, I would highly recommend start out just as cheaply as you possibly can. Don't, there's no reason to go out and buy expensive stuff. This vlogging kit, it came from Best Buy, but he actually told me how much it was, and now I can't remember. But it seems like it was less than $100. So that's actually, though, kind of expensive, in my opinion, for what it is. There's probably much better ways. You could just use something like a selfie stick if you have one. I don't do selfies, so I don't have a selfie stick. But if you have a way to clamp a selfie stick onto your table, that would probably work awesome. The lighting, if you've got enough good light to paint by, then you've probably got enough light to do videos by. But now the lighting is a little more important and a little harder to rig up than a place to put your camera or your phone. So, but anyhow, that's it. If y'all have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. This was kind of a boring video, so that's it. That's my mess. So just I hope this helps any of you who are wanting to try to do your own setup. Oh, for the video editing, right now I am just using an app on my phone called InstaShot. 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 So, if you want to give that a try, you can. There's lots of other video editors out there. That is just the one that someone else, when I first started, had told me they were using. And so that's the one that I downloaded onto my phone and have just been using it ever since. There are lots of things that I really like about it, and then there's some things that I don't. But it is fairly simple to learn to use. I say fairly because, there are some things that I had a little bit of a difficult time with, but I am not extremely, a technological prodigy or anything about using some of these apps and programs. I'm just not that good at it. So for you all, might be a breeze. but it was not impossible for me. It's, it's definitely doable. And so there you go. I film here. I go on InstaShot and then load the video clips that I want to use onto InstaShot and put them in the order that I want them in, and then that's what I use to do my voiceovers is InstaShot. I just, there's a thing you go into and you can turn the volume up, down, or off that's on the video when you take it, so I always just turn it off all the way and then go back and record the voiceover on there, save it in InstaShot, which takes like an hour for it to save. It's ridiculously long. And then once it's saved in InstaShot, you have the option there straight from InstaShot to go ahead and upload your video to several different social medias, and YouTube is one of them. So I just go ahead and upload my video straight from InstaShot to YouTube. I go on YouTube, and once it starts uploading, which you cannot use your phone if you do this with your phone. Can't use your phone while any of this is going on, which is a pain in the rear. You can't navigate away from the page or it messes up your saving and your upload and stuff. So I'll get on my computer, get on YouTube, and set the video to private until I get a chance to go in and review it again and make sure everything's okay, and that I don't want to do any other edits to it or anything. Although there are a few times that I get in a hurry and I just go ahead and post it public like right away, and then I think, oops, that one really could use a little more work. So, but that's it. That's what I do. It's not hard, just time consuming. So just give it a shot. If this is something that you all are interested in doing, trying to make your own videos, I certainly would be more than happy to have a look at some of your all's work. I'm sure I could learn things from you all. So have at it. I hope y'all haven't been too bored by this video and haven't gotten motion sickness from the fact that I am holding my phone right now. So, all right, well, let me know in the comments if you've got any other questions or anything. I really appreciate you watching. And, give me a thumbs up on this if you enjoyed it, if you learned anything. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love to see some new subscribers on there. All right, y'all. I will be back soon with another actual painting video. Have a great day. Bye.